conscious souls, chosen ones, empaths. Remember, you are plugged in to this narcissist. When you go silent, it's meaningful. It doesn't, even if they've gone silent on you first, or ghosted you, or abandoned you, you choosing the path of silence for a lifetime is something that will frustrate them. It's unbearable, and it's not something they thought was going to play out. Many of them move and transition into ghostings and abandonments because they believe that you're going to be a supply that keeps on giving and giving and giving, because you've proved that even when your supply was running low, you've proved you can keep on giving. And they knew this about you. So really, they wanted the best of both worlds. They wanted to push you away. They wanted you to chase. They wanted you to be desperate. They wanted you to be needy. And they can go off into their new lease of life. That's what they want. So the moment that you pull away, you realize saying nothing now is the only way forward. All right? This is when you're going to wind them up. All right? They hear your silence louder than any words. Remember, like I said in the opening intro, you were plugged into them. So even when they were acting like you were irrelevant, you were still supplying them a source of energy. So the moment that you cut this off is the moment they're going to feel it wherever they are. Remember, they keep tabs on all supplies. They keep tabs on all supplies. They watch back on other people's lives. They base their whole life off other people's situation. And this is what they do. So they will be keeping tabs on you if they have a means to. If they don't, curiosity will get the better of them, and they're going to start imagining things and thinking the worst situation. They don't want you to heal, right? So if you're finding it a struggle, during this no contact, then they're finding it a struggle as well, in their own self-absorbed, deranged sort of way. They're feeling the struggle of the silence. When you go silent, it means you're saying you're done. You're not interested. You're not playing games. That's why I say it's a lifestyle. This is what it speaks volumes. It speaks loud and clear to them. It speaks loud and clear, right? So they're gonna do everything to act like it's not phasing them. And that's what you can often see is them trying to execute a plan to make you under the false impression that it's not phasing them. And that's for those of you, you will see the cryptic clues if you're still looking on there. I've spoken to many people that have seen the signs that they're overindulging in activity and stuff like that to try and make out that they're living their best life without you. All right, that's what it is. So the moment that you unplug and you disengage and you isolate your supply, you channel your supply towards areas of your life that is more beneficial for you than towards someone who's a waster. You're going to move forward. They're going to stay stuck. Remember, they want your supply, someone else's supply, and someone else's supply, and someone else's. That's what they want, right? Any loss of supply is a loss of supply. They feel like they lost, right? They thought that they'd done enough control and manipulation over you that you're going to be someone that remains stuck and stagnates and always misses them and stuff like that. And so many of you are past that point already, that have been with me for a while or been on other channels for a while. But you need to embrace that. If you're staying stuck, like missing them and stuff like that, you've got to realize that silence, you're not executing the silent treatment in the correct way of viewing it as a lifestyle. All right. It's not a game. It's not to get a reaction from them. It's not for that. It's for your own peace of mind. That's why you're going silent. So this crushes them. They can hear your silence. Every moment that you're not saying a word is a moment that often they'll start being more inquisitive. They'll start being more inquisitive in trying to find and tap into a supply source. That's what they have to do now, right? I made a video yesterday about them burning the bridge and they get stuck and they don't, if you want to check that out, right? They burn the bridge, they don't know how to build the bridge back up again. And that's what I'm saying. They're in that position now where they've gone silent. There's silence between you. They don't know how to approach you, right? And they're getting worried that you're leveling up. They're getting worried. So even those of you that are not on social media or anything, they're getting worried that you're leveling up, that you're advancing, that you're developing. They're feeling like they're missing out, right? So it's an unbearable time for them when you're silent. They always wanted your supply and they thought they would always get your supply. That's what all of you are underestimating. Okay, you're underestimating that you have something of value to a narcissist and in the world, in the real world, right? Not the real world, but like the world that we're in. You have value, you have morals, you have decency. But this provides a potent supply source to them that they thought they could keep getting. They took your kindness for weakness. Many of you go dark afterwards. Many of you go dark, relatively dark, as an empath, as a conscious soul, as a chosen one. You go relatively dark, not towards everyone and everyone, but you're just not so freely given to everyone and everyone anymore, right? And that's the process that you need to go through for your ascension and your growth and your development, right? Don't hold no hate in your heart towards these creatures. Really, they're used for your advantage if you clock it from a higher perspective, from the grand scheme of things, from a bird's eye view. You realize that these decrepit souls are actually used for your benefit by God to advance you, because God sees better, or the universe sees better, right? As long as you go your own way. If you stay stuck or stagnating, missing them and all that, which you will at the start, right? Whether this is a family unit, friend, romantic relationship, whatever, right? You're gonna miss them and stuff like that at the start, but you're gonna heal from that. Okay, you will get there in time. Just realize that these thoughts of missing and stuff like that aren't, you trying to bridge the gap. Now there is space, isn't gonna open any doors for you. It's going backwards, right? Don't go backwards. See what I mean? Don't go backwards. So this silence is agonizing. It's gonna crush them. It's people underestimate silence because it's so prevalent. Oh, go no contact, go silent, go this. What it stands for is it creates a power shift. All right, they stop looking at you as someone who just endlessly gives, and they realize that you have value because you so freely give to these individuals. They don't class it as value when they're around you. It gets less and less and less and less and less till they're in a place where they don't have it when you've gone silent. And then they realize it's of value because they can't quite obtain it from the other people that they engage with or the other suppliers that they engage with. They can't quite obtain that supply source, and they're never gonna. And yours is each unique to your own. All of you have a unique supply source that's assigned to you, right? Or you have a soul and you have your own unique style that is assigned to you as a chosen one, conscious soul or empath. You have a unique style, you have a unique touch. So everything that you do is only going to be done from you, down to the fingerprint being everyone's different, down to the voice sequence, down to the eye print, everything's different, right? So you have that unique touch, and that's what they tap into as a narcissist. They tap into your own personality and everything, and that's only going to be you. Right? They can't find that elsewhere, and that's the catch-22 of the narcissist situation that they find themselves in, is they get addicted to people and supply sources. So much so they get very obsessed, deranged, vengeful. They act, way out of any character. That's why you see these kind of sporadic, deranged kind of behaviors from them, because they're trying to contain everything at the same time, but they just can't. Right? They just can't. So leave them in silence. It's the best thing you can do. Just leave them. There's nothing you can say to them. Just that they're going to be fiending for your supply. Are they going to tell you they're going to make out that they're fine and everything's wonderful and everything's great? Don't believe the BS. So many people who you fall in for the BS. There's an agenda against the silent treatment. If anything, they've diluted the word no contact. Right? Going no contact on someone. Not silent treatment. They've diluted it so it don't seem as powerful as what it really is. Right? Silence is golden, and you need to know that. Don't say nothing to these people. If they want to tap into other outlets to try and track you down and find out the things that you're doing, then that's them being deranged. That's them being obsessed, right? You know, they're looking at your social media or doing all that. Do your own thing, right? Forget about it. Forget about it. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can. Check out Zion Music and also check out the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.